Hi everyone, today we are discussing about numerical problems on kinematic 1D motion in vertically upward direction or vertically downward direction. So in our first question, see once closely, a ball is thrown vertically upward. A ball is thrown vertically upward direction with a velocity 19.6 meter per second speed at time t equals to 0. At time t equals to 0. So at time t equals to 0 means it is an initial time. Initial time. So at initial time it have initial velocity 19.6. This is the given data. Initial velocity 19.6 meter per second. 19.6 meter per second. So we have to find time of flight, maximum height, velocity after 3 seconds with the direction. Velocity after 3 seconds with the direction. So see, in our question, a ball is thrown vertically upward. So after some time, it reaches maximum height. It reaches maximum height. And after it will once again comes downward direction and reaches the ground. Okay, it's maximum height. And finally, after going particular maximum height, and it will once again come back to its original position. So at here, time of ascending and time of descending. T suffix a. T suffix a means time of ascending. Time of ascending means while it is going upward. In that case, how much time it takes to reach the maximum? Time of ascending. And here, T suffix d means time of descending. Time of descending. So we want time of flight means total time of flight. How much time it is in air? So total time of flight, total time of flight or total time of flight, whatever. Total time of flight, FLIGHT. Total time of flight formula is ascending time plus descending time. So actually, when an object goes in upward direction, how much time to reach? How much time to how much time take to reach maximum height is same as to reach ground from the maximum height. So time of ascending, time of descending, both are same. How much time take to reach maximum height, and once again maximum height to ground will take same time. So can I write it is as 2t, okay, 2t, okay, time of ascending plus time of descending. So see, now we have to first of all find time of ascending. V is equals to u plus at. Why you use this formula, sir? Why you using this formula, sir? Actually, once closely observe, after reaching the maximum height its final velocity should be 0. This is the initial velocity. So initial velocity we have acceleration in upward direction is nothing but minus g. A is equals to minus 10. Okay, g is nothing but minus 10. Okay, but here given values are 19.6, not a perfect value. So take g value as 9.8 minus 9.8. This is for perfectly round figure values. If there is in the question there is not perfect round of values, we should choose 9.8. Okay. So now v is nothing but 0. Initial velocity 19.6 minus 9.8 into t plus into minus 9.8. 19.6 is equals to minus 9.8 into t. 9.8 2's are minus will be cancelled. So time of ascent to reach maximum height, in that case time is 2 seconds. So to reach the ground it is also same 2 seconds. So time of descent also 2 seconds. Okay. So why same sir means how much time it will take to reach maximum height? And the same case downward also same. Why? Because there is only one force acting on both cases. This is nothing but acceleration due to gravity of Earth. In that case, there is no any additional forces we are discussing. So that's why both cases same time. So this is the time of flight. Time of flight is equals to TA plus TD is equals to 2 plus 2, 4 seconds. Time of flight is 4 seconds. Note it. So now our next question is maximum height. Okay, maximum height. Maximum height. So in this case, okay, object is reaching maximum highest peak point. Okay, from the center of the object to center of the object is nothing but height, is nothing but maximum height. Okay, when velocity is 0, final velocity is 0, initial velocity 19.6. In this case, it is the maximum height. So maximum height, to find maximum height, what formula we have? S is equals to ut plus of at square. Okay, so at here we have to find maximum height. S is nothing but maximum height. Here we consider maximum height as displacement, and initial velocity we also have as 19.6. Okay, to reach maximum height, the time taken is nothing but 2 seconds. We already proved as time of ascent. Time of ascent means time taken to reach maximum height is nothing but time of ascent. We already proved in first case. Okay, so I am taking t value as 2 plus of acceleration is how much? Okay, 9.8 minus 9.8. Why? Because a should be at here minus g. A should be at here minus g. A is equals to minus 9.8. Okay, 10 is approximate, but our given question is in points, so that's why I choose 9.8. So t here t is nothing but 2 seconds, so 2 square. For getting maximum height, 19.6 into 2, how much? 30. Say 2 6 12, 2 9 18, 18 plus 1 9. So one more will be there. 2 1 2 plus 1 3. 39.2. 39.2. Plus into minus will be minus. Plus into minus will be minus. Okay. Add here 9.8 by 2 into 4. 2 square means 4. So it will be cancelled. 39.2 minus it will be 19.6. 19.6. Okay, after subtracting we can get 19.6. 19.6. So this is the maximum height reached by the body. Meters. Units of height is nothing but meters. This is the maximum height attained by the body. Note it. So now our third question is velocity after 3 seconds. Velocity after 3 seconds with direction. See, velocity after 3 seconds means it is already reaching maximum point in 2 seconds. So next 1 second it will come downward. So we have to find velocity at 3 seconds means at 2 seconds it reaches maximum height. Velocity is 0. So from after 2 seconds it will come downward. In next 1 second it is nothing but velocity at the third second. Means in first two seconds it reaches maximum height. So in that case velocity should be 0. So 1 second it is coming downward. Okay, it is coming downward direction. In next 1 second means it is third second. So in the third second, what velocity we have to find. See. So we have to consider from at here point. So velocity at beginning of the maximum point is nothing but 0. So initial velocity should be 0 at here. Final should be initial when it is coming downward direction. Okay, final should be initial when it is coming downward direction. That is nothing but initial velocity is 0. Now velocity at 3 seconds we want. Velocity at 3 seconds we want. Velocity at 3 seconds. Velocity at 3 seconds. Right at here. Velocity at 3 seconds. Okay. So now we have any other information. We have a time. Okay, time is 3 seconds. But we have to consider 1 second only. We have to consider 1 second only. Why data start means already 2 seconds completed. So next second it is coming means next 1 second is nothing but third second. Okay, next 1 second is nothing but third second. So now V is equals to U plus AT. Same formula. Okay, for the first question. Or formula used at here also. But at here we have to find final velocity at 3 seconds. Okay, so we have to know initial velocity is 0, so neglect 0 means we don't need to write it here. Yeah, when it is coming downward means acceleration should be positive. Acceleration should be positive when it is coming downward. This is the previous question. Okay, when it is coming downward means acceleration should be positive. A is equals to plus 10. A is equals to plus 10 or plus 9.8. At here given the point, so we have to consider 9.8 here. So 9.8, t is how much? 1 second. T is how much? 1 second. So v is equals to 9.8 meter per second. This is velocity at this point. 9.8 per second. Note it. Thank you. Okay, next question. Our next question. Second question is: a rocket is fired vertically from the ground with a resultant vertical acceleration. With a resultant vertical acceleration. Okay, resultant means after gravitational pull, it has some extra acceleration. Nothing but 10 meters per second space. Fuel is finished in 1 minute. Fuel is finished in 1 minute. Means in 1 minute. The entire fuel in the rocket is completed. So next, and it continues move on. Okay, sir, fuel is completed means fuel is over, but it is still moving. How, sir? Means for example, we fired any rocket. Okay, it is moving with some velocity. It is moving with some velocity by ejecting some of the gases in the backward direction. Okay, see, it is going upward now. So when it is comes to one certain height, at that point entire fuel is completed. So still at that completion point it has some velocity. With that velocity it will move. Okay, for example, see one more time. Initially a rocket is going with some velocity. After some certain height, it entire fuel is over. But after over the fuel, it still has some velocity. With that velocity, it will go. Okay, that is our interest in the question. So see, first of all, how to solve it? See, initially it is at rest. On the ground. Initially, rocket is at rest. So when we started, it will goes in upward direction with ejection some fire from the back side. So from this we have initial velocity something, and at time t is 1 minute is given. 1 minute means is nothing but 60 seconds. Okay, in entire 60 seconds it have some fuel. After 60 seconds it doesn't have fuel, but it has some velocity. So in the second case, after completion of the fuel, it has this velocity. This velocity will become initial. When after completion of fuel, after completion of fuel, the final velocity will become initial, and with that initial velocity it will goes. Okay, and 1 second final velocity should be 0. This is initial case means until completion of the fuel, it has these parameters. After completion of the fuel, it final velocity will become initial, and it will reach its maximum height, okay, with this velocity, and finally it ends 0. Okay, at that case we want displacement. At that case we want displacement. So this is our question. So first case we have to find this final velocity until completion of the fuel. So V is equals to U plus AT, our formula. So V is, we want U is 0, acceleration is 10. See, he said resultant acceleration. Okay, resultant vertical acceleration means in that case final acceleration is positive 10. Okay, time is 60 seconds. So we can get velocity as 600 meter per second. So this, with this velocity is final for initial case until completion of the fuel. Okay, after completion of the fuel, this final velocity will become initial velocity is nothing but 600. This is also 600. After case final will be initial. Okay, so next what we have to find? Okay, displacement we have to find. So displacement we have to find now. So for displacement we have a formula: v square minus u square is equals to 2as. V square minus u square is equals to 2as. So at here velocity is how much? Is 600 whole square. Okay, 600 whole square. Once again, it is a final velocity na. Final velocity in the case final velocity is 0. So negative minus initial velocity is 600 whole square. 600 whole square is equals to, after completion of the fuel, it doesn't have any extra acceleration. It should be overcome the acceleration due to gravity up there. So A is nothing but minus J. So S here. So minus will be cancelled. So after cancellation we can get 3600. Okay, not at 3600. Okay, 00 and that is 6. Okay, it is how much? 3,60,000 is equals to 220 into years. 0 will be cancelled. Now after cancellation we can get 18,000. After cancellation we can get 18,000. Okay, this is our displacement after completion of the fuel. After completion of the fuel, it reaches 18,000 meters. 18,000 meters means nothing but 18 kilometers after completion of the fuel. Okay, so before completion of the fuel, how much distance it should be covered? We have to check it before completion of the fuel. S is equals to ut plus of at square. S is equals to ut plus of at square. S is before completion of the fuel displacement covered by the rocket. So u is how much? 0. Initially starts from us plus of 10 into t square is nothing but 60 square. Okay, so from this what we can get? Okay, so from this, okay, and here 5 2 5 is there. Okay, next 60 square means 3600. From this, okay, 0 next remaining is 36 into 5 180. 36 into 5 180. So this is also 18,000 meters. So it is also nothing but 18 kilometers. So from these two cases, the rocket before completion of the fuel 18 kilometers, after completion 18 kilometers. So with that fuel and after fuel, it will cover 18 kilometers plus 80 kilometers. This is before fuel, after fuel 18 kilometers. So total height covered by the rocket is 36 kilometers. Okay, I hope you understand. Once again, for those who are not understand, okay, see, the rocket is fired vertically from the ground with a resultant vertical acceleration. Resultant vertical acceleration means after overcoming the acceleration due to gravity, it have 10 meter per second square acceleration, positive only. Fuel is finishing in 1 minute, means 60 seconds it is completed its entire fuel. So up to that it will reach some height. After reaching that particular point, it still have some velocity. With that velocity it will move upward direction. So we have to find two displacements in here. We have to find two displacements in here. Before fuel, after fuel. So for that we have to take two cases. Initial case, it starts from rest and it is reaching some velocity, maximum velocity, okay, 600 meter per second until completion of the fuel. Time is 60 seconds. In the second case, after completion of the fuel, that final velocity will become initial velocity. That final will become initial. And once again it will reach uppermost maximum point is nothing but at that case velocity should be 0. Final velocity should be 0. We have to find displacement both cases. So for both cases displacement, we have to first of all find velocity at here. For that, this is the our position. And then after that, I find after fuel and before the fuel sums by using the formula. Thank you. I hope you understand the question.